Okay, let's bring this meeting to order. Want to welcome the press. Need a roll call, please.
James Bowden. Daniel Brewer.
Present.
Kay Bridges.
Here.
Charles Cooper.
Yeah.
Becky Duncan.
Here.
James Bowden is absent.
Okay. We got enough for reform, so we'll start on down through. Let's need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting for August.
I'll make that motion. I'll
I'll
second.
second it.
Okay, motion by Ms. Duncan, second by Mr. Cooper. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any grievance or any business from the citizens? Okay. Have none, so we'll go on down a little bit. I've got 2 or 3 little things here. The pool's closed now for the season. We've started working on the splash pad and the pool project. We'll start the design, and then when we go out for bids after we get the designs. Tom Bennett has been working with the contractors who did the sewer project to fix the paving issue of the project. They are scheduled to be here tomorrow to start the repairs. Thank you, Tom, for putting up with us on this project. Just keep after him, brother. Okay, now then, we have a couple of proclaims on the agenda to a chiropractor of the month for October, and then the Veterans Day in November the 11th. To show appreciation for veterans, I would like the board as a whole to declare the whole month of November for Veterans Month.
I'll make that motion.
I'd like to thank the veterans for their service, past and present, for protecting us and keeping us
The next song.
country free. I hear the motion from Ms. Kay. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Ms. Duncan. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The Garden Club now has asked the city to take over the Mark Twain Park. We'll need this in the motion for the records. We'll need to add this to the agenda.
I made a motion.
Second. To add
We
it
can
to
do
the
it now.
agenda.
I
We
mean,
need to make
Well-
a motion to add it to the agenda,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, we'll just do 2 in a row if you want to. This first motion is to add it to the agenda. Motion by Mr. Cooper, second by Ms. Bridges. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now then I need a motion to accept this, since we got it on the
I'll
agenda.
make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ms. Duncan, second by Mr. Cooper. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And the reason we're doing this, the city always, they kept it up anyway. They keep up the lights, they keep it mowed and all that stuff, and now we'll add it back to our insurance. Now then, Tom, time for you to give your report, brother.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick report tonight. So I have 2 items, and I think you probably have on your agenda, I've not seen your agenda, the ARC award, so that's later under new business, so we'll get to that in a minute. The main pump station, influent pump station project has been issued for bid. That's the thing everybody's been working on collectively for the last several months. So those bids are due October the 4th, and I know the city's been working on several aspects of that, and we'll continue to do so. And so I think we're just going to have to see what happens on October 4th as far as the bids go. Gail had asked me at the last meeting to come up with an estimate for that. I think it should still all come within budget, but should in today's time is not always a safe bet. Prices are really fluctuating, so I think what we should do is we'll open the bids on the 4th, and then I'll put together an overall budget, because there are some city pieces that are still going to be done as a part of that, and then we'll, by the time we meet again in October, we'll have hopefully a recommendation award as well as the total budget to bring that project to conclusion. So that project's just one of those, everybody's pushing through to try to get to the end and get the new equipment. I do know your equipment that you ordered from Lord & Company is well underway, and that equipment will be delivered, starting deliveries on those pieces will happen shortly and will happen over the next 60 days. So everything's moving forward, and again, I'll be prepared to report to you at the next meeting as far as those bids go.
Thank you, Tom. City Building Inspector.
Been with several people in the past month with some property maintenance issues. Been in touch with some individuals, several folks about some new construction. And been talking to the engineers over the Fentress Health Systems about their setbacks and codes and what have you on that. And I'm hoping that maybe in the October or November Planning Commission to have them come up here and meet with us and discuss further work on that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. Attorney?
I don't have anything I'd like to report at this time.
Okay. That puts us on old business then. Final reading on the ordinance 2030, amending the zoning code, chapter 12. Since has all had time, I hope to look that over. Need a motion on it?
Make a motion to approve the final reading of the zoning code.
Second.
Okay, you've got a motion by Mr. Brewer, second by Ms. Gay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we got discussion and approval of the ARC bid on the water plant. Need a motion on it.
I'll make that motion.
I'll make a motion to go with the W&O construction under the recommendation from Mr. Bennett.
Okay, motion by Daniel Brewer. Do I have a second?
I'll take it.
Second by Mr. Charles Cooper. We need a roll call on that business money. Okay.
Daniel Brewer,
For it.
Kay Bridges,
4.
Charles Cooper,
All right.
Becky Duncan.
4.
We have 4, 1 absent.
Motion carries. Okay, down in new business, we got a proclaiming for October 2021 for the chiropractor month. And we're not going to do it. We just need a motion now to let me go ahead and do that.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Charles, second Ms. Bridges. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
We don't need to do that. They already did it when he was reading.
Okay. We done this proclaiming on the Veterans Month? Okay. Yeah, we done that when I was talking about it a while ago. Now then, we need a discussion and approval on the ordinance 2050 on the wall mirrors. Now, since we've been through this, me and Daniel has, and the city inspector down there, these wall mirrors, there's someone's wanting to put them up now. You know, about every town's got them, you know. We've really got one that's there where it says, "Welcome to Jamestown, drink 7." There'll be something in that, we're gonna have some guidelines on them, so we can't put nothing dirty up, you know, no profane or nothing up, you know. And so there's quite a few guidelines on it.
That's what we talked about in the planning commission meeting too, was you can't just let them go throw it up. I mean, you gotta have some kind of will and way of what they can and can't do, you know.
I mean, you can get into it over religion and everything on that in a hurry.
Put a little more work on Bradley, he'll be all right.
But that's what we need a motion on it to approve them, and like I say, we got some pretty stiff guidelines on them that will be before it's all said and done.
What's the legality of us saying, I mean, I know the property, but if it's a private, they're gonna come back and, can they not come back and say it's a private piece of private property?
Well, then that would fall under the wall mural section of the zoning code. You know, it says in your zoning code, if you own property in the city, as far as decorations or wall murals, that has to be approved by the planning commission and the city council.
As it's approved by the planning commission, then it goes before us again.
Yeah.
To the final approval.
Also a way for use on appeals, there's an appeals process for that.
So in other words, we approve anything that's
Yeah,
put up before it's put up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just making sure. That's the teacher in me, I'm sorry.
I'll make,
Any more discussion?
You said decorations, murals and/or decorations?
well, I was just saying, as in reference, with any of that stuff, you know, like zoning code, it would fall under the zone, in the zoning code. She was saying as on the legality
I thought
side
that was
of it on
in
private.
addition to
Yeah,
that,
no,
but no.
no.
I
They,
just-
they gotta be a certain size too.
Yeah. I was just making the example, Becky, to Kay, you know, it would fall under zoning codes on the legality side of it if it was private property, you know. It would still fall under the city zoning codes.
Okay, do I have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance 2050.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll take it.
Okay, motion by Daniel Brill, second by Charles Cooper. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
On my amendment budget.
Yeah. This discuss and approve of the budget amendment for ordinance 2060. You want to explain that a little bit?
I can.
Let Gail explain this to you.
I had a typo. You guys, we talked about this in the workshop and it was approved. I had a typo in my numbers on the sewer. It was water and sewer fund, but I had a typo on the sewer part. It should have been 400 instead of 300,000 in our budget, so that's going to change that from the 2836 that you saw to the 2936. Also, in that ordinance, that's in revenue, it'll follow down to the expense as the same, the typo was there. Gas, we approved these for the CDs, but I didn't add it to the expense during that time. So we needed to add it to make everything clear, so I just wanted to come back and make sure this was clear across the board. Even though you guys had already approved it, it wasn't in my numbers on there.
I'll make a motion, we approve ordinance number 2020.
I'll second it.
Motion been made by Ms. Kate Bridges, second by Daniel Brewer. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
She's looking at this this ordinance,
It's,
the amendment is
it's
2060.
2060.
I just wanted to make sure for the record.
Okay.
That being money, do we need a roll call?
Yeah, we need a roll
we
call
could.
on that since it's money.
Yeah, we can.
2060.
Not stepping on your toes.
No, that's
but I
all
just-
right.
I thought about that by the time we said it.
Daniel Brewer,
For it.
Kay Bridges,
4.
Charles Cooper,
All right.
Becky Duncan.
4.
All, there's 4, 1 absent.
Motion carries. Discussion and approval of downtown planning resolution 945.
I make a motion.
Motion by
9:45.
Mr. Cooper. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Who said that? Becky, second by Becky. All for?
All right.
For it.
All opposed? Motion carries. Discussion and approval of safety grant resolution 946. Need a motion on that, please?
That is to buy gear, safety gear for all the street department, water department, all the work crews.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
That consists of safety glasses, hard hats, and all that stuff. Motion by,
Man, I made it, and then we take it.
okay, motion by Mr. Cooper, second by Mr. Brewer. I guess since we spend a little money there, we'll go ahead and have another roll call.
Daniel Brewer,
For it.
Kay Bridges,
4.
Charles Cooper.
For it.
Becky Duncan.
4.
4, 1 absent.
This one we're gonna take away.
Need a motion.
On this number 9 here, we need to discuss that a little bit further down the line, so I'd like a motion on the table in that, please.
I'll make that motion to table item 9.
I'll second.
Okay, it's on the grant and what the deal is there that, we need a little bit more time on it. Motion by Ms. Duncan. Second by Ms. Bridges. On tabling the motion to a later date. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries to table it. Need a motion on approve the monthly bills for August 2021, which is,
And the monthly bills is $399,468.34.
need a motion to
I
approve that.
make a motion.
Motion by Charles,
Second.
second by Daniel. Roll call, please.
Daniel Brewer,
For it.
Kay Bridges,
4.
Charles
For
Cooper,
it.
Becky Duncan.
4.
4, 1 absent.
Motion carries. Approval of monthly financials for August 2021.
Grab them.
Yeah.
That sheet. I need to- I don't have it broke up, so I'm just gonna do the total, the complete total on here for $3,854,410.49. That is gas, water and sewer, and general fund.
Make a motion to approve the monthly financials.
Motion by Mr. Brewer,
Second.
second by Kay Bridges. Need a roll call on that, please.
Daniel Brewer,
For it.
Kay Bridges,
4.
Charles Cooper.
For it.
Becky Duncan.
4.
4, 1 absent.
Motion passes. Have we got any other business property presented? Anybody in the audience, anything they want to say? I just want to thank everybody for coming. And it's make my job pretty easy most of the time. Got a good board, got good news people. Appreciate everybody coming. We got some good workers. Now I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second it.
Okay, motion made by Duncan, second Mr. Brewer, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?